Okay, let's unpack a paper that dropped, I think it was back in December 2025. It's from researchers at Meta and Harvard.
That's the one. Confucius Code Agent.
Right. And honestly, the whole premise is a little humbling for the big AI model creators.
It really is. I mean, the entire industry is so obsessed with brain size. Is it GPT-5? Is it Claude Opus? But this paper argues we've kind of hit a ceiling. Raw intelligence isn't the bottleneck anymore.
It's the scaffolding.
Exactly, the scaffolding.
That's the key word for our deep dive today. We want to figure out why the environment around the AI seems to matter more than the AI itself, especially for fixing really complex software bugs.
Because right now, most coding tools just fall apart on big real-world projects. They suffer from what I'd call the genius in a chaotic office problem.
A chaotic office.
Yeah, you could hire the smartest person in the world, but if their workspace has no filing system, constant noise, and zero project history, they're going to fail. That's AI coding today.
So how does this Confucius Code Agent CCA, how does it clean up that office?
It starts with a completely new idea. The researchers call it AX, Agent Experience.
Okay, so we know UX is for users, DX for developers. Why does a machine need an experience?
Because machines get overwhelmed by noise, just like us. Most tools just dump raw, messy terminal logs into the chat. That's a terrible AX. It just confuses the model.
So CCA creates a clean workspace.
A clean workspace. It distills all that raw data into organized, structured updates. So the AI focuses on the signal, not all the noise.
That makes a ton of sense. It's like getting a clean expense report instead of a shoebox full of receipts.
Hmm.
But that doesn't solve the memory problem, does it? The context window.
Right, you can't fit the whole history of a huge project in there. And usually, tools just start deleting the oldest messages to make room. CCA doesn't do that.
This is where it gets really interesting. It has something called the architect agent.
Yep, and instead of deleting the history, the architect compresses it. It's constantly summarizing the conversation into structured data.
Like what? What kind of data?
Things like, what are our current goals? What decisions did we just make? What are the next TODOs? It creates a dynamic strategy document, not just a transcript.
So it allows for what they call long horizon reasoning.
Exactly. The AI can remember a key decision from 3 days ago without needing the exact dialogue in its active memory.
That's powerful. But the part that really jumped out at me was the note-taking agent. That feels like the actual killer feature here.
Oh, it is. Standard AIs are stateless. They reset every time you close the session. Total amnesia.
Right.
CC's note-taking agent runs the background and writes persistent markdown files.
And it's not just jotting down the final answer, is it?
No, and this is the critical part. It writes down what they call hindsight notes. It documents the failures. If the agent tries a fix and gets an error, it writes that down.
So if it runs into the same bug 2 weeks from now.
It reads its own notes. It sees, oh, wait, I tried this last time and it crashed the build. And it just avoids making the same mistake. It's building institutional knowledge.
So does all this actually translate to better performance? What do the numbers say?
The numbers are stark. On the SWE-Bench-Pro benchmark, which is the gold standard for these tasks, CCA hit a 54.3% resolve rate.
And how does that stack up against, the big commercial models?
It beat them, including systems running on Claude Opus 4.5. But here's the real aha moment. A weaker model, using this better scaffolding, actually outperformed a stronger model with bad scaffolding.
Wow, so that proves the hypothesis. The environment really does beat raw IQ.
Completely. The paper has this great case study on a PyTorch bug issue, #161356. It's about CUDA memory allocation.
I saw that. The fix was actually pretty simple, wasn't it? Just removing an assertion check that was too strict.
Dead simple. And CCA acted like a senior engineer. It kept its context, saw the check was the problem, and just removed it. Clean, efficient.
And the competitor. They used Claude Code for the comparison.
They did. And its approach was a total mess. It used multiple sub-agents that were supposed to delegate tasks, but they didn't have that shared, structured context.
So they all got confused.
Totally confused. They lost the thread, overanalyzed the problem, and proposed this massive, over-engineered rewrite that wasn't even necessary. It was a committee of juniors not talking to each other.
Versus one focused senior with a good notebook.
That's the perfect analogy.
So what does this all mean for you listening? It seems pretty clear that success in AI engineering isn't just about waiting for a bigger brain to come along.
It's about building better tools,
Yeah.
better memory, better scaffolding. And there's a provocative thought to leave you with. CCA uses a meta agent to build, test, and improve itself based on its own performance.
So it learns from its own notes.
It learns from its own history.
Yeah.
So if these agents can now maintain a persistent identity, are we finally moving away from the era of stateless AI tools that just reset every single time we hit enter?
An AI that actually grows with you and your project, that is a wild thought. Thanks for listening to this deep dive. We'll see you next time.